YouTube? What the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage back in the Total War Attila Legendary West Rome campaign. We've got some folks attacking me in a place that I don't care about. This was after the turn end from where I last left off. I have to hit the turn in button after I get done recording in order to make it save. So sometimes when I come back, you'll see me during the turn end. But it saves on a turn end. It also saves before and after battles automatically. And then it overwrites the previous save. I'm not sure if you can go into your save files and like force it to a different name, because if you can, that would be a way for you to actually keep track of save files. This is Londinium. The rebels want to have it. This place is like covered in disease and pestilence and everything else, so it's all yours. Not going to fight this because I'm not worried about rebels from the British Isles attacking me in Iberia or anything right now. Again, though, like Tingis and the other places where I've been fighting the Maurians and stuff, it's because there's a reason for that. It's going to keep them from rolling into North Africa. Made it through that turn in, relatively simple. Political obstruction. So let's pull political favors for this guy for himself. And same thing here. Drunk on watch. We have high spirits, so we get +3 morale right now. That's good. Office secured. Office secured. Hopefully these guys can start to level up to where we can get some of these guys into the higher levels that provide me some pretty nice bonuses. And let's just kind of see what we can do here. We need to start winning battles and stuff. That's going to make a big difference as well. And look at this, though. I do believe that the Gaetulians made a crucial mistake because their city is now wide open for the taking. They have a few troops here. Let's see what they have. Their garrison will be doubled as well. But yeah, I think that I can take these guys. We took some desert attrition getting down here, which kind of sucks too. Let's fight this and see if we can kill these guys. If we can kill them and take this city, I can subjugate their faction because I believe it's their only province. If I subjugate their factions, all of a sudden their armies around here are no longer a threat to me, and I can levy troops out of them, hopefully like camel warriors or something. And levied troops help my upkeep. So it takes the upkeep cost for my regular army down. So let's start the deployment and let's see what these guys have. Definitely concerned about the towers because I've turned their damage back on because it was so redonkulous. Well, so redonkulously weak. That's why I turned it back on. Okay, there's no way to get at the city from here, but we should be able to just kind of focus on one tower area, unleash all of our missiles, and hopefully eat away at the enemy army in that respect. We've got only 2 cavalry units, but one of them is quite good. This camel warrior is a very heavy mass unit. I'm going to get these comitatenses. Actually, let's put the Legio in the second line because they have all their Plumbata darts. And let's just put these guys out here to support cavalry in case the enemy sallies out. They do have some cavalry units. But the levies Amaturae are going to be a very important part of this battle because their javelins should be able to help me inflict quite a bit of damage on the enemy. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's see, what do they have up there? We're outside of tower range. Just a lot of spears and javcav. I don't have anything that can deal with their cavalry from long range, but I do have excellent capture power with my scout equites. But they're also going to take a lot of damage. The AI is going to camp the tower. Let's go ahead and move up. Let's walk with my cavalry. I want to just come up here and unload with my levies Amaturae and just see how much of their crap I can kill. Because, I mean, the javelins are 90 damage and there's 8 of them. That's pretty substantial. Kind of tighten up the group, and then right behind him, of course, I got all the units with a lot of Plumbata. Yeah, we will definitely take losses to the tower, but now the towers will help in my favor a little bit during siege battles. Oh, I don't even know what happened right there. There we go. Okay, whoa, halt. They were starting to move on me. Yeah, I can't get caught unawares by their cavalry here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get up within range with all my skirmishers, and just, like I said, just kind of let them unload in this blob. These guys do not have precision shot or anything. I'm gonna fire at their cavalry with my hurlers. Okay, my levies amaturae are opening up. AI is coming forward with some cavalry. Just gonna let them come forward. I'm gonna go in and out of fire at will, so they'll choose the cavalry as their new target. I'm slowing their cavalry down with my hurlers, and we're doing some pretty considerable damage to their cavalry here. What is this unit back here? It's a Desert Raider. Okay, my levies amaturae taking some pretty good fire from all these units, but they're a little more disposable. Let's start moving up with my Legio and capture this tower. They had reinforcements, I thought, too. Maybe they all deployed in the city, though. Okay, my levies amaturae have done considerable damage to the enemy units. They still have a camel spearman back here. Okay, no. Hang on. I'm just going to let my guys throw their plumbata here. Try and get as many kills on the enemy units as we can like this. Gonna go in like column formation here. The tower is definitely still unloading on me. Let's fire at this camel spear unit with a lot of our javelins. See if we can take it down quite a bit very quickly. Most of their units here are routing rather quickly. I am causing some damage to myself, but I just want to knock these units out quickly and take care of the tower. Let's get my scout equites up here. Oh, enemy tower's gone. Good. Okay, levies amaturae, you can stop killing my own men. Because we did. We killed a lot of my own men. Let's take this scout equite and see if we can capture this other tower over here. Because most of the enemy infantry's moved this way. Let's go ahead and just attack their next spear units that are coming in. Let's cease fire here. Yeah, let's bring the camel warriors over here as well. The problem is they've still got some desert raiders up here, but I got a lot of spearmen, so we should be able to deal with the desert raiders. Yeah, their spears there I'm a bit concerned about, actually, so go ahead and pull back from that. No need in wasting more men to their towers. I'd like to... Can we force one of these Legii over here to get around these guys? I think we can. Okay, they're bringing down one of their cavalry units to face me here. Go ahead and open fire on that unit, please. Nope, just brace. My guys definitely did not brace. They're going to take a ton of losses. Get out of there, dang it. Forgot that my camel warriors were sent over there. Now they're taking a bunch of fire. Got units up here wavering. Let's get the Palatina Guard up here to support morale. Hopefully we can turn our morale around. We haven't killed a single Desert Raider. It's just a Desert Raider cavalry. Come on. Cavalry just have so many hit points. Almost like a stupid amount of hit points. When I say almost, I mean definitely a stupid amount of hit points. Okay, the Palatina Guard's up here and should be able to lend support. I hope we have enough men left to get the job done here because we still got a Desert Chieftain up here and some Legionary defectors to take care of. But if we can get rid of all these units here, this would be good. I'm sending in Camel Warriors and Scout Equites to try and take out these Desert Raiders faster. I'm going to keep pushing my Legio into these Spearmen. We need to try and break these other units, though, so we can try and outflank these legionary defectors. The Desert Raiders ought to die to my camels pretty quickly. Dadgum, stinking legionary defectors now coming in. Okay, I think they've let all their units go over here. Let's get the Scout Equite and roll back around. And let's take some spearmen and start rolling around this way too. Let's bring our spears up. Let's get our camel warriors out of here as well. Let's bring our spears into support here. Let's go into spear wall, and I'm going to kind of start moving forward in spear wall with my Palatina guard. Let's attack those guys in the back. You all attack those guys frontally. Kind of a blob here, but we'll make it work. Crap! Why did two of my units just rout? They must have gotten an attack in the rear penalty. Okay, got spears rolling around, Scout Equites roll around, camels roll around. Let's go push those hurlers and stuff. Why are my guys routing over here? Crying out loud. Being a bunch of babies. Let's bring these units in and just try and outflank that legionary defector a little. Go after the slingers. Actually need to cap this tower off pretty quick, so probably going to use my Scout Equites for that because they have really good capture power. Come on, cap that tower. Good grief, the tower's murdering my Equites. I need to get over here for a rear charge as quickly as we can. I've thrown in my skirmishers just to kind of help hold the line. I'm going to target the enemy cavalry with these slingers. Let's put them up here, and let's just kind of hold these units in reserve. Okay, the tower's about to fall in my favor, but we've taken a lot of fire from those slingers. Okay, we got rid of the tower. Caught the slingers. My camel warriors are now free to rear charge this mess. So we're going to quickly take this out. Save your ammo here, slingers. We're going to need it. Okay, we're going to catch those slingers and destroy them, which means that basically just the general and one more cavalry unit is left. I've got a little bit of ammo on a couple of these levies amateur. And I've got ammo left on these slingers as well. Keep the cavalry alive. I need my cavalry. Those slingers are going to waver en route. And I've got spears to take care of the Desert Chieftain. Okay. They're almost out of javelins on their horse skirmisher up there. It's very important that these units stay alive. So it's ugly, but we're going to get this. My general is going to be somewhat protected by a shield wall. Those slingers are lasting far longer than they should in combat, but my Scout Equites held out that whole time too, so that was pretty big. This is the first time we've been offensive, like, in this whole campaign, I think. I think we have been defensive the entire time. Kind of feels good to be on offense for once. Feel like you're on the winning team. I say that. This is a bloody victory that we're going to gain here, but hey, I'll take a bloody victory any day right now. Who's firing? Some of my guys, I thought I saw javelins flying. It's this unit right here. Some of these units still on fire at will. Okay. So we will easily dispatch these mounted skirmishers with our spears. The Comita Tensei spears don't have the best attack, but they're well armored. They're spear units. They have a bonus versus cavalry. So my Scout Equites are routing after they actually won the fight. So now we just have the Desert Chieftain left. So here's how I want to approach that. I want all my spears together right here. I want the hurlers, and then my two javelins that have ammo. And I want my camel warriors ready to come from the flank. That tower actually covers that approach a little bit, but we'll have to just risk it. Let's get right outside the range of that tower with our camel warriors. I better get the opportunity to subjugate these guys after this. If I don't get that option, I'm going to be pretty frustrated. But I think they are just a one settlement faction, and subjugating them would be huge. My camel warriors are wavering. That's good. That's great. It said they were under fire.
Stand and fight, damn you!
I don't know what they'd be under fire by. There's not any units that I can't see. Okay. Well, these guys need to rest. Casualties sustained. Yeah, they're not going to last probably in order to get up there and actually attack the enemy general, so I might just leave them put. We'll see. Let's get our guys well rested.
The men are running, cowards!
Tired, fresh. Winded. Should almost be done. General nearby. Active. Good enough. Let's take 1 unit to take the charge of the enemy general, and then 3 units to back that unit up. Once they absorb the charge, the slingers to slow down the charge of the enemy general, and then the javelins to finish the enemy general off faster. So let's try and get to the top of this embankment. Let's go ahead and give an attack order with our hurlers. Move up. Let's go ahead and start running our camel warriors over here. If they survive, they survive. If not, then it's okay. Palatina guards, get up here for morale support. Probably should have done that sooner. Okay, the enemy general's been hit by skirmish fire, so he's been slowed down. It's going to put a pretty significant damper on his speed. Attack him with the camel warriors. Get into Testudo in case they charge. Yeah, my slingers have those guys slowed down. Let's bring the javelins up. Just these two, actually, but get up here. Camel warriors are going to engage in combat, and they're going to make it there successfully. Okay, we should have the enemy general pinned at this point, so we can cease fire with the hurlers. And we should be able to tear down the Desert Chieftain with 4 spear units and our camel warriors. Let's go ahead and bring the javelins for a flank shot. Camel warriors held the enemy general and caused some damage, and now my spears should be able to finish the job pretty easily. So let's check this out up close. So we are going to have a victory. It's, like I said, it was kind of a bloody victory, but all those skirmishers paid big dividends there. So the enemy general is going to die. I'd like to actually see him dead, but whatever. Let's end the battle. And now we should be able to subjugate the Gaetulians and potentially get trade agreements and have them as a buffer and a friend. It'd be very nice. They may very well just betray me again, but I feel like I have to at least take this option and try it, because it's going to be one of the best ways to try and get some pressure off of me, at least even just temporarily. We did lose a Legio unit. That's a 1-turn recruitment. Shouldn't be too bad. And we can indeed subjugate the Gaetulians. This is great.
At your command.
This is great. So I have basically a forced ally now, my first one in the game. We can actually levy troops out of them as well. Let's disband these units that we got. And let's see about levying up some troops. These levy troops give us reduced upkeep cost. The Desert Levy are not as good as my Kamita Tensei spears. I might see if I can just levy anything different next time. All this is attrition zone over here for me, though. Might just stay here because we're recouping. And then I'll head back to North Africa. So that is a huge, huge success for us. The Maurians are the same thing. If we could subjugate them, we can turn them around into allies now as well. Let's see about a trade agreement here with the Gaetulians.
My friend, you on.
Really? You're going to reject it? Oh my gosh. AI in this game is so stupid. Alright, I'm going to offer you a payment of 300. Just take it. Thank you. There. Got some dang trade opened up. That made up for some of my lost income. And we've got other things that are going into place that are going to help with income. So we're only at positive 8 food in this province, so we probably need to build this wheat field, which will drive up our food production considerably. So let's do that. Got the olive orchards as well, so we can get more food out of that. It's just at the cost of squalor, but at the moment, I mean, the squalor's not hurting me. And again, I'm thinking, let's take this place to the theater. It's less public order, but it's a ton of money. And we need money, and the public order here is fine at the moment. So no need to overkill the public order. I was thinking of converting this one now into the one that gives me extra growth. So that we can turn that province around a little faster. We've got units in recruitment. We now have basically a full army here to hold off at Mediolanum. People can't get around us here. So we've blocked that approach. This army will be fully recruited in a couple of turns. We have this block, so I mean, we are definitely getting in a more safe position. Let's see how much it cost on upkeep just to take one of these guys. So we're going from 9998 to, yeah, it's not that much. So now, and we get the Armigeri Defensores. Look at the difference here. They have better charge bonus, better melee defense. They do have less armor, so they're less tanky in that sense, and less hit points, but much better offensive capabilities. So, I mean, the armor is a big deal. It's nice to have, but I mean, 29 attack all the way up to 40, that's a big deal to me too, and we can just try and build a smith or something to help with the armor. So that upgrade's complete. Now what we need to do is get here as quickly as possible, because being able to go to the 3rd tier buildings is going to give us some very key military units to help dominate our enemies, and we are going to need them. We're going to need every tool at our disposal to pull this off. Greco-Roman paganism is now on the rise. This is good, because eventually that means we'll be able to convert if we get to 35%. So, yeah, and I'm thinking about converting this over to the building like the theater as well. Because 1,000 wealth from culture from the theater, man, that's huge. That's going to help fund a lot of stuff. We're at minus public order now in this province, but with this theater being completed, that should go back positive again. And let's see, it's at 0 here. So, I mean, we are obviously feeling some more public order penalties for some reason.
Commander, set up the watch. At your command.
We can stabilize this province. Let's see. We just need growth in this province, really, is what we need. This reservoir probably needs to be converted to the one that drives growth, and I just don't have the money for it on this turn. Got recruitment going on here. Man, I'm so happy about subjugating the Gaetulians. That is such a huge boost. So basically, these guys do not have the Plumbata darts, but they are going to be, again, much more offensively capable than either Legio or anything else. Same upkeep for these units too, so I'm thinking about disbanding these guys and training just some more Armigeri Defensores, or maybe some extra spears would be useful, because the spears are helpful at helping to pull down cavalry. Cavalry would be useful here, actually, more than anything, because we need that capability. I cannot recruit cavalry here. We can get Sagittari, but I almost kind of feel like the Levies Amaturae are more deadly at the moment. And I do have the Mercenary Ballistari that I would very much like to keep. So Verona is in the same one as Ravenna and Aquila, but my cavalry recruitment happens over here. What we could do is take this army up into this province
At your command.
and do some recruitment. How are we doing public order wise? Doing good all through here. Good here. Good North Africa. Yeah, we're it's just Hispania suffering a little bit right now. But it's not bad, it's mendable. It will get fixed. So man, I'm feeling pretty good right now. We've gotten ourselves in much more stable shape, and I mean much more stable shape. Thinking we have the statue here. I'm almost thinking about building another military building here in Rome. If I get the money. No, we probably need a sanitation building. And then I'm thinking about turning this one into the theater where we get the extra wealth. We could convert this one over to the theater and just leave the statue alone. I might do that, because that's an extra 500 wealth for, you know, just slightly less public order. 500 wealth's a big deal. I mean, look how much it's boosting our income back up, and we've trained a lot of troops. So the sheep flocks and those theaters look like they're going to be huge. The sheep flocks will take a hit, though, whenever we roll around and we have the impacts due to climate change. So those will take a hit, but the theaters can help carry us through some of that, I think. And we'll just have to rely on our breadbasket provinces, and eventually we'll need to do the research down here that gets us to the best possible situation in terms of food. I think the cattle herd, I don't think the Romans have any like completely bomb-proof stuff when it comes to food. Anyway, that's going to be all the time I have for this episode. It's a bit of a shorter one, but hey, it was a big one. We subjugated the Gaetulians. We are slowly but surely getting armies that are capable enough of defending our territory, which means that we will do more reach out and touch someone type raids like we have been doing. And subjugate factions, take lands back, basically. That's once we feel like we've confidently secured some of these lands, which Iberia is coming along nicely. Italy is coming along very nicely. Rome's already up to 100 public order, and it's improving here, despite the fact that we just recently got attacked. So we are in good shape, really quite good shape. So anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out for now, and I will see you all back soon.